Welcome back, everybody. Just another Tech Phantom here, signing on to another episode of PhantomTec Reports. And today we're talking about something that's been absolutely terrorizing wallets, spreadsheets, and late-night PC part picker sessions everywhere. Memory pricing, RAM, VRAM, HBM, all the M's, all the pain. If you've tried to buy tech recently, you already know the vibe. Prices haven't just crept up, they've moonwalked straight into, are you serious, Charo? Territory. This isn't just a PC builder problem either. Consoles are feeling it, manufacturers are feeling it, and yes, even Nintendo might be sweating over future Switch pricing. And when consoles start sweating, you know something's up. But here's the twist. Despite the chaos, the smoke, and the constant doom posting, there is actually hope on the horizon. Not tomorrow, not next week, but sooner than the internet wants you to believe. Right now, memory prices are ugly. There's no sugarcoating that DRAM, VRAM, and especially high bandwidth memory have all been climbing thanks to one thing dominating the room like an over-caffeinated AI intern artificial intelligence workloads. Every hyperscaler wants more memory. Every accelerator wants more bandwidth. And suddenly, the same factories that used to crank out consumer-grade memory are laser-focused on feeding AI monsters that chew through stacks of silicon like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. That ripple effect hits everything. PCs, GPUs, consoles, future hardware roadmaps, even the whispers around PlayStation 6, the next Xbox, and future Nvidia generations all circle back to one uncomfortable question. How expensive does memory make everything else? But here's where things get interesting. In a refreshingly honest moment, Sapphire stepped out and basically told everyone to stop panic buying. And honestly, respect. Their message was simple. The next 6 months might sting, but the following 6 to 8 months could see the market stabilize. Translation, don't empty your bank account today because Twitter told you the apocalypse is scheduled for Tuesday. That's a rare sentiment in an industry where buy now is usually shouted through a megaphone. Instead, the advice was surprisingly human. If your system works, use it, play some games, enjoy what you already own. Radical concept, I know. Now, yes, there are exceptions. If your PC dies and your livelihood depends on it, you don't exactly get the luxury of waiting. Blender doesn't render itself, Photoshop doesn't magically open, and deadlines don't care about DRAM spot pricing. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and hope the pain fades quickly. But for everyone else, waiting might genuinely be the smartest play. A lot of people assume older platforms like AM4 are safe havens. Cheap DDR4, mature boards, drop-in upgrades, except not really. DDR4 availability is getting patchy, prices aren't what they used to be, and CPUs like the 5800X3D aren't exactly being pumped out by the truckload anymore. AMD has moved on. Production has slowed. What's left is what's left. Intel does offer a bit more flexibility with DDR4 boards still floating around, but even then, the market pressure is there. The takeaway is simple. No platform is fully insulated from memory chaos. Some are just wearing thicker jackets. The upside? GPUs themselves are, for once, mostly available and not completely insane on pricing. It's not perfect, but compared to the memory situation, graphics cards are the calm neighbor watching the house fire from a distance. Companies like SK Hynix have openly said memory demand has ramped far harder than expected. Production lines are being expanded. New fabs are being prepared. HBM capacity is scaling up because AI workloads demand it, and they demand it yesterday. This isn't entirely surprising. Not long ago, memory manufacturers were dealing with oversupply. Prices crashed. Production was cut back. Then suddenly, AI exploded and everyone collectively went, oh, We might have miscalculated. Now the industry's playing catch up, pants slightly down, wallet slightly lighter. There's also a strong argument that some of this scarcity is at least partially artificial. When demand spikes, prices follow. When prices follow, shareholders smile. Nobody's pretending this is charity. Still, the key point is that production is ramping. That matters. Here's a fun little twist. Memory historically makes up a surprisingly small percentage of the total cost of a PC, around 8 to 10%. Even if memory prices spike by 30 to 50%, the total system cost might only move a few percent. Why? Long-term contracts. Big OEMs don't live on spot pricing like the rest of us, refreshing Amazon at 3 a.m. They lock in supply. That gives them insulation. It also means that sometimes buying a pre-built during chaotic periods can actually make more sense than building yourself. We've seen this movie before. During the mining insanity, the easiest way to get a decent GPU was inside an OEM system. History doesn't repeat, but it absolutely loves remixing itself. Now for the slightly amusing subplot. While AI is absolutely hammering memory supply, actual everyday AI usage isn't exactly matching the hype. Copilot adoption? Meh. Workplace AI usage apparently declining, and the frustration is real. AI feels less like a solution to problems and more like a solution desperately looking for problems to justify itself. Being crammed into everything doesn't help. When every app suddenly wants to enhance your experience, people start longing for the good old days when software just did the thing it was supposed to do and then shut up. The irony is thick. AI demand is crushing memory supply on the back end, while users on the front end are collectively going, yeah, no thanks. Samsung and SK Hynix are both scaling production aggressively, with some reports claiming massive wafer increases. Others dispute the numbers. Some rumors get debunked days later. SSD panic fizzles out. New panic replaces it. Welcome to tech reporting in 2025. What matters isn't every headline, it's the trend. And the trend says more capacity is coming. Slowly, painfully, but it's coming. So what should you actually do? If you need memory right now, there's no magic trick. You grit your teeth, you shop carefully, and you minimize the damage. Nobody likes it, but sometimes reality doesn't care about vibes. If you don't need to upgrade, waiting is likely the winning move, especially if you're already running something solid like a 12,900K or a 5800X 3D. Those systems aren't suddenly becoming e-waste because TikTok said so. By the time Zen 6 Nova Lake or whatever shiny thing comes next rolls around, memory production should be in a much healthier place. More suppliers may enter the scene. Even China stepping into memory manufacturing could change the long-term supply picture. As for things like RTX 50 supercards making a comeback, that's still very questionable. AI demand delays and shrinking generational gaps make that whole situation messy. At some point, a refresh just stops making sense. This isn't the end of PC building. It's not the death of affordable gaming. It's a rough patch driven by a very specific industry shift. The key takeaway is simple. Panic is the enemy. Patience is underrated. And your current system is probably better than the internet wants you to believe. If this helped bring some clarity, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to PhantomTec, and keep your expectations grounded in reality rather than hype cycles. Well, peeps, I'm just another Tech Phantom signing off from PhantomTec, so thanks for joining us and peace.